happen for a reason. Try to live in the moment, know this is where we belong. Try to clear our busy head, try to stay strong. Things happen for a reason, every time or place. Things happen for a reason, inside there is a space. This time has a purpose, there's nothing that love can't face. Just know that we are one, and know that we are love. Love swirls around on the inside, overflows out of our hands. When we're not sure what we become, love's the connection that makes us one. There can always be tough times in our own world or place, but take time to realize we are the ones who are blessed. Things happen for a reason, be grateful for who you are. Things happen for a reason, don't ever stray too far. This time has a purpose, there's nothing that love can't face. Just know that we are one, and know that we are love. Love swirls around on the inside, overflows out of our hands. When we're not sure what we become, love's the connection that makes us one. When we're lost and scared, feel like no one is there. When we need someone to show us there's love. When we're lost and scared, feel like no one is there. When we need someone to show us there's love. Things happen for a reason. Love swirls around, overflows out. When we're not sure what we've become, love's the connection. Love swirls around on the inside, overflows out of our hands. When we're not sure what we become, love's the connection that makes us one. Love's the connection that makes us one. She gave me life, showed me what was right, taught me not to fight the battles that weren't worth the fight. Right from the start, she held me close, and as time went on, she was strong enough to let me go. There's nothing you can do that will change her love for you. When the world comes crashing down, her love will pull you through. There's nothing you can say that will take her love away. Through the heartache and the pain, it was her love that still remained.
Good morning and welcome to your Sunday celebration of inspiration and nurture at the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. I am Maxine Kaye, Mother Superior of this beloved community, and I welcome you, whomever you are, wherever you are, from wherever you've come, wherever you plan to go next. I welcome you to an hour of open-hearted connection, perhaps some expanded perception, and a place of restoration and inspiration. So we provide spiritual tools for human conditions, and they are very effective. We work together to support each other, to learn together, to grow together, and we're here to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence as we co-create a world that works for all. Our purpose statement, and I invite you to join me in saying it if you wish to, is living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And our opening song by Michael Gott, God is Love.
God is love, moving within you. God is peace, living in me. God is here, breathe in the glory, hear the hope, see the grace, feel the touch. God is love. When life has a question, our heart knows the answer. For every closed door, we hold the key. Open your soul. There is a river flowing forever, abundant and free. God is love, moving within you. God is peace, living in me. God is here, breathe in the glory, hear the hope, see the grace, feel the touch. God is love. When fear tries to blind you and dark clouds surround you, love has a voice that calms every storm. Open your arms and love those around you, and here in this moment your healing is born. God is love, moving within you. God is peace, living in me. God is here, breathe in the glory, hear the hope, see the grace, feel the touch. God is love, God is love, God is love, God is love. God is love, moving within you. God is peace, living in me. God is here, breathe in the glory, hear the hope, see the grace, feel the touch. Hear the hope, see the grace, feel the touch. Hear the hope, see the grace, feel the touch. God is love. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. That was beautiful. And it feels as though this is exactly the right time for us to enter into a little meditation together. Let's begin by breathing in that holy breath of life. Breathe deeply. Take in that life breath through the nostrils. Breathe deeply. Fill up your lungs. Feel that wonderful activity moving through your body, your emotions, and your mind. And then release that breath, letting go of anything that might have seemed a sense of separation or any tension. And let that breath continue to move through your body temple, through your feelings and your thoughts, bringing you into a beautiful place of divine circulation. And now let's imagine the holy womb of the universe, this undifferentiated substance of spirit that is always ready to take form. There is only love, for God is love, and that is all there is. And this love, this divine love, is pulsating with possibility, infinite possibility, coming from the no-thingness into the beautiful creative process. As light begins to illuminate the dark, perhaps shapes begin to appear. Beauty emerges, universes arise, stars and planets come into view. Shining, stunning, our world materializes. It is love giving birth to magnificence. Mountains, seas, forests, deserts, fish, birds, animals, and humanity appears. All of it connected by divine love. See your ancestors evolving, living, transitioning. Your family comes into sight. You are being born. The world welcomes you. You are a gift. You are beautiful. You are loved. And all is well. Now I'll invite our practitioner, Mary Furtaw, to begin with an opening prayer treatment.
Good morning. I'm Mary Furtaw, a practitioner at the Greatest Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living in Paoli, Pennsylvania. Please join me as we know truth together. There is one power in the universe, and this power is a force for good. This power can be traced to the one source. The source is God, and God is goodness itself. And each of us is an extension of this energy, forever inseparable from it. Now, The Bible is a wonderful resource, and it has great wisdom among its pages. It tells us this: as one whose mother comforts, so shall I comfort you. So if someone were to come to any of us feeling troubled and seeking comfort, we can accept this person and do so with respect and especially with kindness. And when we do this, everyone benefits. The one that is giving, the one that is receiving. It can be no other way. It is the law. It is also the truth. And I release this treatment to the law, certain that it's so, and so it is.
And we have a bit of a demonstration, a big demonstration actually, I'd like to share with you today. And that is that our beloved practitioner students who have completed 5 years of training, they just successfully completed their written examination. And we're so proud of Cheryl Macklin and Nettie Bonner. And the next step for them will be their orals, which will take place in a couple of months. But we're very, very grateful, very, very proud of our practitioner interns who are in the process of joining our beautiful God Squad. So congratulations. That was a beautiful demonstration of your divine consciousness. Thank you. Now let's speak our affirmation together, shall we? I choose to give of my love to all without hesitation, as I invite divine and human love to fill me today. Hi, kids. I'm asking you to gather around so we can have a little bit of a talk, just a short one. I know you've been busy today. Did you bring your mom breakfast in bed? I don't know how you're celebrating, but I know that you're very good at being very creative, very loving, very resourceful. And so of course, we're all enjoying our mothers. We're remembering our mothers, those of us whose mothers are no longer on the earth. And I'm just remembering my mother with so much love and gratitude. What a dear, dear, dear woman she was, and still is, I know. And I'm also remembering other mothers and other women who were very kind and caring to me as a child. Some of you may have heard this story, and it was when I was 10, and it was about to be Mother's Day. It was the day before Mother's Day. And we were living in Redondo Beach, and I rode my bike over to Chadwick Gardens, which was a beautiful nursery. And Mrs. Chadwick was a lovely lady who was in charge of this place. And so I took my piggy bank savings, and I took it over to Mrs. Chadwick, and I said, I would like to buy a corsage for my mother for Mother's Day. And she said, fine, what kind of flowers would you like? And I said, orchids, please. So she said, all right, how much money did you bring? And I emptied it out and showed her, and she said, Maxine, that is just exactly the right amount for an orchid corsage for your mother. And she made up a beautiful orchid corsage, which I joyously presented to my mother. And a number of years later, she provided all the flowers for my wedding. We don't forget the people who are kind and generous to us, do we? And we want to give back. We want to continue that wonderful feeling of the circulation of love and goodness. Your mothers, your fathers, all of your relatives care so deeply for you. And today, you're having the fun of letting them know how much they mean to you. You get to give love, and you get to support them as they always have and always will support you. So have fun celebrating Mother's Day today. I'm celebrating you. I want you back here as soon as this can happen. I want some hugs, okay? I miss you. I love you. Have a good day today. Now let's talk to the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends. Of course, it is still May, the theme being a nurturing foundation. And today's talk is T.L.C. Everybody knows what T.L.C. is, don't you? Well, I'm remembering a Mother's Day in Woodside, California, when I was living temporarily, as I had come to work at a new center in Los Altos in Palo Alto. I was staying at a place up in this wonderful little hilly area, Woodside, with redwood trees and around. And just down the road was a little restaurant called Alice's Restaurant. And I would go down there sometimes for a bowl of oatmeal on a Saturday morning, but this was Sunday, and my mother, my sweet mother, was living in an adult facility in Los Altos, and of course she was getting dressed and waiting for me to pick her up to take her to church. And that was always a very, very special thing to do. So I stopped at Alice's Restaurant to have a cup of coffee, and when I went in, there was a motorcycle gang. They love going up. They love going up this hill to Alice's Restaurant. It's kind of a hang for them. And so I walked in, and here are these tough-looking dudes sitting there. And I had more fun going right up to them and saying, "Have you called your mother today? Did you send her a card?" And they all went, well, yeah, but we're going to. And it was so much fun to connect with these people and bring them right back to a sense of the little boy that no matter how much fun they're having, they really do want to connect with and express their love to their moms. I have a quote that I love very much. It's from Maya Angelou. She said, "I've learned that people will forget what you've said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel." Now, in that case, I'm not sure I made these guys feel real good, but I'm sure their mothers felt good after they called them. But it's so important for us to realize that what we give to other people is far more than our acts and our deeds and our words. It is our open-hearted acceptance and true cherishing of each other, so that we do help people feel the love that is within us all that we can share with each other. So TLC, tender, loving care, is essential. And it is based on TLC, truth, love, and compassion. All sentient beings require such care and compassion. And all sentient beings are capable with sharing it with each other. And as Jack Kornfield says, if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. So this is where we begin. We begin by realizing that each one of us is created out of the divine love that is God itself. There's one life. It's God's life. That life is whole, complete, perfect. It's your life. It's my life. It's the life of everybody on this planet. And that love is underlying everything else. It is your essence, and you and I have the opportunity to bring that essence into being. And when we feel it for ourselves and experience ourselves simply being loved by the precious presence of the divine, then it's easy to extend it to others, isn't it? Everyone, without exception, is capable of making life more comfortable for others. It feels good to do that, doesn't it? So, on Mother's Day, of course, we celebrate the nurturing qualities of motherhood within all sentient beings, and we realize we don't really need to be parents to be nurturers. It just comes naturally when we touch into that place of divine compassion. There's something natural within all sentient beings that desires good for others. It's there. It's real. And we forget it sometimes because we get a bit wrapped up in what we think we need to do, what our commitments are. And I love having commitments and I love fulfilling them. But I don't ever want to get away from that beautiful foundation of love, which is the reality of each and every one of us. There is great joy in promoting greater life for others and for strangers, because they don't stay strangers very long when we do that. It's fun to pay things forward, isn't it? I can remember in San Francisco the fun of going over the Bay Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge and paying for the person behind me at the toll booth and then dashing off so they couldn't see who it was. It's fun to pay for someone's coffee when you're in line. And they often get the idea that maybe they'd like to pay it forward too. It's a gift that just keeps on giving. There's such joy in doing this, and it's very natural for people to do it. I heard recently about a gentleman who remembered, he was thinking of memories of his mother as Mother's Day was approaching. And he remembered wherever they lived, it was a very cold, snowy place. And they had a lot of kids in their family. And one evening, there were cars that were stuck in the snow outside of their house. They couldn't go any further. There were people out there, adults, children. And this man remembered as a little boy that his mother went out and invited all of those people into their house. He remembers sleeping bags all over the floor. He remembers all of these people who were strangers for a little while, spending the night with all of his siblings and his parents. He remembers in the morning his mother preparing a beautiful breakfast for everybody. What a sweet, wonderful memory. What a wonderful awareness that we have the capability of extending ourselves and extending the love of God to anyone and everyone. What a difference this beautiful woman made for so many people, including her own family, because you can see how she was showing these beautiful lessons to her own children about how to live fully, dynamically, compassionately with T.L.C. in this world, to lift the human consciousness, to bring love where there might have been fear, to bring something beautiful where there was terror, perhaps. So we're grateful for people who do such beautiful things as inviting strangers in and sharing a communal breakfast with everyone. There's nothing in the world like sharing a meal to bring a lot of compassion and a lot of joy and a lot of open-hearted sharing. You see, each one of us is an important lever. We're each one an important lever in lifting the collective consciousness. Don't you think there's enough divisiveness in the world? Don't you think there is enough concern and anxiety and lack of trust? Don't you think that we need to unite on the deepest level of our being with all of the other light workers in this world to bring tender, loving care into this world, to bring what is based on truth and love and compassion? It is authentic. It is real. It is who we truly are. Let's do everything we know how to do to replace fear with love. We don't need fear in this world. It's there, but we have a lot to do. Beautiful new consciousness, divine activity, new perspective, to bring love where fear was. We need to replace intolerance with acceptance, real acceptance. Not just tolerating, but respecting, appreciating, and accepting. We don't have to agree politically, religiously, on dietary preferences or anything else. But we must come into deep agreement that we are all expressions of the love of God. And that we have the opportunity and we have the divine responsibility to give it to others and to open our own hearts and minds and to receive it from others. You see, that's a very important part of this circulatory process. We want to replace judgment with respect. Whatever you believe is your perspective, and I can respect your perspective. Let's get down deeply into that place where we are sharing our deepest hopes, our deepest desires not only for ourselves, but for one another and for this beautiful planet itself. Yes, we honor our mothers. I've been thinking a lot about mine, as I know you have as well. I've been thinking about all the gifts that she gave to me. How toward the end of her life, and that was 96 and 10 days. 10 days, of course, past 96, because she never wanted to miss a party. At that time, she was beginning to move into her process of transition. And yet we all came from our church at that time to visit where she was. We all came and brought a cake. And my mother was such a good little eater that no matter what, she was going to have a piece of cake. And she celebrated, and we celebrated her. And she was so loved. When she would come to church there in Palo Alto, she was treated like the queen bee. People would gather around her, and she would sit there and smile and pat their hands. And this was a wonderful, wonderful send-off for her. And 10 days later, I was with her for the day, just holding her and loving her and singing to her as she made a very, very sweet transition. And it was lovely. So let's cherish our mothers. Let's cherish the people who have raised us and taught us. And let's give thanks that they always, forever, will be living in our hearts. We honor our mothers, whether they're still on the planet, thank God so many are, or they've gone on to another beautiful experience, because they always live this closely to us, right here in our hearts. I can touch my heart, and there's my mother, anytime, all the time. We honor our grandmothers. We honor our aunts. We honor all the wonderful women who have cared for us, who have guided us. And even more deeply than this, we celebrate the divine feminine within all, within every human being. There is that mothering, that nurturing, that tender loving care that is within every sentient being. You see it in the animal world. It's beautiful to see the Facebook postings where there are animals of different species who become friends and care for each other and snuggle up with each other. And it's beautiful to see that this is our natural way of living our lives. Truth, love, compassion, every sentient being, and we ourselves. We wish to nurture ourselves by opening our hearts in meditation to feeling God's precious love, to just sitting in that quiet place and letting ourselves be loved. That's the most beautiful thing we can do for ourselves. We can mother ourselves. And then we can nurture each other. Know the truth. Feel the love. And share the compassion. What a beautiful way to celebrate Mother's Day. I invite you to join me in making this a day of deep connection with Source, loving connection with everyone, the ones in your home that you love, the ones you may meet when you see them on the street or wherever you are today, those that you are with on Zoom, because families are everywhere these days, aren't we? And isn't it a wonderful opportunity to be able to connect with each other? To say, I love you. Thank you. So I invite you to say with me, I choose to give of my love to all. I invite divine love to fill me. I willingly share it with all in my world. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Happy Mother's Day. Now I invite you to share your abundance with this beautiful Center for Spiritual Living, if you care to give to our beautiful community. You have been so generous in keeping us alive and going while we're moving through this transition, as we're preparing to find when are we going to be back here together. In the meantime, thank you for all you continue to do to contribute to the well-being of this beautiful community. So you have ways on your screen to make contributions. Thank you. And shall we say together our prosperity affirmation? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Good morning. I am Karen Davis, your board president and treasurer, here with your Sunday updates. We are happy that you joined us today, wherever you are in the world, and we are wishing a very happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers, those who had or have a mother, and those embracing nurturing love for ourselves, our others, and the planet. I'm heading over to visit with my mom and give her an afternoon of tech support for Mother's Day. The 87-year-old is very eager for me to get her new Fitbit set up so she can start tracking her steps. I really do want to be just like her when I grow up. We invite you to join us for interesting and inspiring Sunday talks. In case you missed any, you can always visit our website and view them anytime, along with Reverend Mike's and Dr. Maxine's daily love notes at www.cslphilly.org. To view any of our archived videos, just click on the orange Watch Live button. That will take you to our channel where you can see all previous videos. The news just keeps getting better with regards to lower COVID new infection rates and the opportunity to return to in-person activities. Our reopening team is in place and busy getting our space ready. As their work progresses, we will keep you informed of their progress and the grand reopening date. Know that when we do reopen, we will continue to simultaneously live stream our celebrations, so everyone will be able to choose how they come together with us to live, love, and learn. In the meantime, we look forward to having you join us virtually through our Facebook and YouTube channels. If you are viewing us on Facebook or YouTube, we invite you to leave a short comment and let us know what you think. Allow me to talk to those of you who are just even occasional users of Facebook for just a moment. In this new normal environment, our digital outreach is more important than ever. We can and truly are reaching beyond our geographic boundaries every Sunday, which is part of why we will be offering simultaneous streaming and live celebrations when we open up. But in order for people to find us on Facebook and be introduced to us and the Science of Mind teaching, we must navigate the Facebook algorithms so we don't get buried and hard to find. One of the easiest ways to help with that is to comment on a posting on our Facebook page. You can add a comment, or better yet, respond to a comment someone else has made. In keeping with who and how we are, the comments can be short, positive, and respectful. Perhaps a particular line in Dr. Maxine's talk or a line from one of the songs touched you and you would like to highlight it. Maybe a particularly cute dog made his way into the Sunday announcements and you wanted to send greetings to him. We can spread kindness and enlightenment and aha moments while at the same time helping others, people you don't even know, find their way to our page, our website, and eventually maybe even to our home at Suite 16. So please consider taking a moment to post a comment today or anytime throughout the week. And if you have even more social media experience and less than an hour a week to help increase our online presence, we are looking for a few people who could lend a hand in any of the following areas: posting to local newspapers, posting to Facebook, Meetup, Instagram, and other platforms. You don't need to be an expert at this, just comfortable with a computer, familiarity with any of the platforms, and a willingness to commit to an hour per week. Tina Richards would be happy to walk you through any of the particulars, and you can reach her at 267-773-9773 or by email at tr_richards@yahoo.com. Last but not least, there is a new upcoming 5-week virtual flourishing class, which will begin on July 7th, facilitated by Dr. Frankie Timmers of CSL Morristown. You'll get all the details in our upcoming Thursday e-news, so be sure to look for that. And that concludes our Sunday announcements. Make it a great day.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen. And good job. Now we'll have our closing song by Karen Drucker, "Oh Mother God."
Oh Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of your womb. Oh Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. The fruit of your womb, oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be, blessed be. 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 Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Happy, loving, nurturing, wonderful Mother's Day to everyone. Thank you for being with us today. We have an opportunity now to have a benediction, and we give thanks that there is one loving presence. It is nurturing, it is capable of bringing us to the deepest level of that divine presence and our connection to it and to all other precious beings. We give thanks for this divine opportunity. We give thanks for the love that is ours to share with all. And so it is.